What's going on, Aquarius? I hope you are doing very well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for February 2022. So in this reading, we're going to take a look at some upcoming opportunities and challenges coming your way for the month of February. And we're also going to close off with some advice and messages from your angels and spirit guides. So you are all most definitely very welcome here, Aquarius, in this space with me as we move through the reading. Thanks a lot for dropping by and taking the time to check out the reading. I do really appreciate you guys. If you find that it resonates with you here, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I would also really appreciate that. So without further ado, okay, let's pull the energy for you, Aquarius, and see what is coming your way for February 2022. Give me a second and I will pull the energy. As always, I'd like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Aquarius. All right, let's see what we got going on here for you, Aquarius. Okay. I definitely like this energy here, Aquarius. It's looking like February is going to be a very fun month for you. Okay, I get the word fun popping into my head for some reason. But okay, let's start off here in your opportunity slot for February 2022. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and also the Emperor here in your opportunity here for February. So very powerful reading here. It's looking like you guys are starting something new, okay, with money. So you have the Ace of Pentacles here, also the Judgment card. So you guys, I feel like in February are being called to start something new that you've been kind of, for some of you, it's something that you've been planning to do for a long time, because you have the Judgment card here, right? Reacting from the past to really take on the challenge that Spirit is presenting you. And I feel like it has to do with a new business. You know, this is promotion energy in your job, like really just good for finances. But once again, because the Judgment card is here, Aquarius, I think for some of you, February is actually the month where you start to get your life purpose going, okay? Because you have the Chariot and the Magician down here, two very powerful major arcana cards. You also have the World in this reading. So it seems like you guys are entering a new phase where you're going to start to do some sort of like heart-based business. I sense, you know, the Ace of Pentacles to the Judgment is a very powerful energy for new beginnings, okay? Especially when it comes to this could have to do with love for some of you. In your opportunity, you also have the Emperor, okay? And what do we know about the Emperor is that he is a pretty good businessman, okay? So when you're starting this new company or this new business or just getting promoted in your job, like money's gonna be like, you're gonna get like new ideas for how you can make more money this month. Like make sure you actually ground it in physical reality, because the Emperor is a card that is very connected to all of the practical things, like everything's in order here. So although you guys are getting this inspiration, it's the opportunity to capitalize on it, right? So this is a beautiful card to complement the Ace of Pentacles and the Judgment for February. So I like what I see. We're gonna have to clarify to get a little bit more information in a sec. But the challenge, okay, this is your challenge for February. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Magician, and also the Chariot. So this is your challenge is grounding some sort of idea into physical reality. Okay, for some of you, this could be changing in love. Okay, this could be making an offer. For some of you, especially if you are more masculine and you don't have a problem going into your masculine energy, this is definitely making someone an offer in love is your opportunity. So if there's someone that you've been thinking about asking out, Aquarius, I definitely see that going good for you. But for the vast majority of you out there, this is to do with career. Okay, but your challenge, we have the Magician and the Chariot. You know, these are two cards of forward-moving manifestation energy. Like these are the two cards that are all about manifestation, like really pulling something into reality, creating your own reality. So this is the challenge for you for you guys for some reason this month. Now you also have the Six of Pentacles, Aquarius, in the challenge. So, I feel like because you guys are just starting this thing, there's going to be no return on it at first for a lot of you, is what I'm sensing. So the Six of Pentacles, this is all about even give and take, like money things working out really evenly. But because you guys are starting something new, I think there's going to be no return on your services for a little bit as you get going. And so it's hard for you to get going with this. Whatever this idea is, it is a part of your destiny, career thing. It could be becoming like a spiritual worker for some of you if you're into that thing. I sense you're not going to see any returns on it at first. And so you're going to have to put in a whole lot of work with the Magician and the Chariot. The Magician to the Chariot is like the spiritual side of manifestation and also the physical. So you guys are going to be putting in all this work in February for some sort of new idea that comes to you because it's part of your destiny, but I don't see it like... So yeah, this is a really interesting message. So let's move down here to your advice position from Spirit, right? You have the Four of Pentacles, the World, and also the Ten of Wands. So this says to me, the advice is that you will be rewarded for this new journey that you go on, especially if you feel that intuition, that thing that's guiding you towards this. Like, you will be rewarded eventually, Aquarius, but just maybe not at first, because you have the Four of Pentacles, right, in the advice. This is to play it smart with money. So you guys are making some sort of shift here that has to do with money, kind of revamping however you make money, okay? So adding a side income or starting something completely new. You've come to the end of whatever you're currently doing, Aquarius, for money with that World. You've come to an end of a phase, okay? So it is time for the new. It is time to make this shift. Now, with the Ten of Wands here as well in the advice, is just saying don't work yourself to death here, because you guys are going to be challenged with the Magician and the Chariot. So this is like hard work is a problem for you. So make sure you're taking care of yourself here is the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say to this Ten of Wands, Aquarius, though, is you may have to, it's just the feeling that I keep getting from this reading is you're going to have to put in a lot of work with no return at first, right? No return at first. So this is kind of like a risk that you guys are being called to take. Okay, and I feel like that's what your flow is all about, though, this Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, Emperor, right? So let's go ahead and clarify a few of these cards for you just to get more information here. And then we'll probably pull some advice cards at the end of this reading. But let's go ahead and clarify this Ace of Pentacles. Let's see if Spirit can give us a little bit more information about it here. Okay, we do have a jumper right off the bat. Okay, so this is integration. Okay, so this is something that, for some of you, this may be a side of yourself that you've never really shown to the world. I feel like a lot of you, like, this is some sort of skill or talent that you're very passionate at. You're very good at it. It's a part of who you are. I don't sense this quest you're going on is to feed your ego. I sense it's something that's very divinely guided with the Judgment card and also the World. So the integration card, interesting. But let's keep going. Why is this Ace of Pentacles here? Let's get a little bit more info. Why is this Ace of Pentacles here for Aquarius? Okay, the Ace of Pentacles, yeah, it's what I sense. You have the Inner Voice card, guys. So this is like the High Priestess. So this could come out of left field for a lot of people who know you, Aquarius. Right? They might be like, wow, Aquarius is crazy for trying this new thing or for like doing this, but it's something that's inside of you that's true to you. So it's going to be something that feels good to do. It might feel scary, but it's going to feel good because it's coming from your true self. So have no fear. When you're in alignment with your true self, that's what's going to give you the faith to work hard with no return, because deep down this is something you were meant to do, right? 2 major Arcana cards coming out. So, that's pretty big here. Okay, let's also clarify this Judgment card just to get a little bit more info. Why is this Judgment card here for Aquarius in the opportunity slot? So this is an opportunity to follow your inner voice, your true passion, which then leads to financial abundance. It just may seem risky at first for some of you. This could manifest in the form of love. Okay, let's see though. Why is this Judgment card here? Okay, the Judgment card is clarified by the Tower, guys. Interesting clarification. I think this is something that you guys can't do without. This is something that you need in your life, but here's what's really going on. You know, when we see the Tower card, the Tower in this card represents like beliefs that have been built up over time, or some sort of structure that has really built itself out, and it's been a stabilizing force in your life. It's been something that you can lean into that makes you feel safe and secure. This is what's coming to an end. So some of you, you're going to be shifting out of some sort of corporation or company or some sort of thing that does not really make you feel good on the inside. It's just something you do for a paycheck. This is your world crumbling. This is also for some of you just not being able to lie to yourself anymore about this thing that you want to do. For a long time, I sensed this new idea that you guys have maybe got hits of it, but you were like, no, I can't do that. I'm never going to do that. But now it's just too overwhelming. And the old structure that you've built up, that tower, you better get out now. And that's why you're feeling the guide. That's why you're saying, okay, I'll take a risk on this because I understand that I need to do it because the old is fading away. So with the Emperor, don't be afraid to do what you need to do to get out of the tower safely. It's kind of like the fireman coming through, right? So that's why you need to use your masculine energy here in February, because there is physical action that you need to do to deal with that tower, right? If you stay in the tower, it's not going to be good. So let's go ahead and move on to your challenge now. Okay, let's clarify the centerpiece to your reading. Why is this Magician here, Magician, in your challenge? Let's go ahead and see. Why is the Magician card here? Okay, yeah, the Magician, guys, is clarified by the Misser card here. Okay, so this card is all about, this is kind of like the Four of Pentacles. It's interesting. You now have a repeat in this reading. It's always good to take note of that, guys. The Four of Pentacles energy. So what's going on here is that I think in your challenges, you guys are really afraid to take a risk on something that doesn't provide instantaneous results, right? That's what I see here, you know. The Misser is all about being too attached to the physical world, okay? And the reason you have the integration card here is because you guys are integrating your spirit side. For a lot of you, you've already had physical life pretty figured out, or you've at least not really taken a risk, or you felt comfortable. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and not be attached to your things. Like, you may have to become a minimalist here to get this done for a little while, Aquarius, is kind of the energy. So don't let the physical game, you know, social conditioning hold you back from really taking this risk. Because something that I live by is that, like, live dangerously until you die. You know, you didn't come to the physical dimension just to play it safe. Okay, so don't be attached to finances here. Aquarius is really the main advice, right? You're going to have to take this risk, okay? So let's also go ahead and clarify this, let's clarify this Chariot as well. Why not? Why is the Chariot here for the challenge? Let's see. Okay, the Chariot is clarified by the Playfulness card, guys. This is kind of like the Knight of Wands in traditional tarot, so super interesting. So your challenge, the Chariot, to the Playfulness. I think there's something that you may be taking very seriously when it comes to this. It's either that or you guys aren't taking it seriously enough. Okay, like this is something for some of you definitely coming through, is that you're not really putting as much value on yourself as you need to. Like this new idea, it's almost like you guys just take it for granted. You're like, oh, I could act on that later. I don't have to do it now. It's like you don't take it seriously. I think the challenge is that you're too aloof here, right? That's why the Emperor is here in your opportunity, is because the Emperor, although the Emperor can have fun, that you need to get down to business. You know, it's like something my grandfather used to tell me, as corny as it is. He's like, work first, then play later. Don't play, then work. Like, you need to work first, because then you'll actually enjoy your play. If there's no work to be done, if there's nothing you're striving after, you're just in this pleasure-seeking prison. So there's something that for a lot of you guys, it's like you need to take it a little serious for a period of time. For others of you, though, don't forget to remember that this life is a game, okay? Like, you're meant to have fun with any business that you create. It's supposed to be fun. Maybe it's hard work, but it is supposed to be fun. So don't lose sight of that as well, okay? So just be aware of that, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and move down here to the messages from your spirit guides. Let's clarify this world. Okay, why is the world card here in the advice position from spirit? Closing out a cycle. I think that's why the tower is here, right? Because you can't stay in this cycle anymore. You're getting kicked out. So it's like you might as well go somewhere that you actually want to go than just kind of stay somewhere where you're in a new cycle. You don't even know it, if that makes sense. All right, so let's see. Why is this world card here? A lot of big endings. Definitely being guided towards this, but let's see. Okay, we have two jumpers coming out of the deck. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up, guys. Okay, you're about to be ready to take this jump. Okay, so you have the Fool and also the Two of Swords. So you guys are very scared. You almost might be still in denial about this journey that you're about to go on. I'm serious. Like, you might just be thinking, oh, I'm just getting a tarot reading and that would be nice or whatever. But for a lot of you, this is your reading, guys. And if you just kind of like back out and you don't go on this journey, I'm sorry to say, I don't see things going your way, just staying where you are. This is one of those situations where you're going to have to just get out of the schizophrenia energy. Who cares where you land? You're just going to have to let go. Okay, so let go, relax into this, take responsibility, do everything you need to do on the practical side. But this is something that you guys are meant to do because it's going to bring so much enjoyment and aliveness into your life. Remember, the reason you're doing this, guys, is because this is going to make you feel alive, and it's going to lead to long-term happiness, long-term rewards. And the fact that you don't know exactly where you're going, you just know you need to go, that's part of the fun here, guys. So don't mistake that for like a burden. You know, life is meant to be fun and experimental, if you ask me, instead of in a routine. That's not very healthy. So let's go ahead and close off with some advice cards from your spirit. I know we got advice down here, but let's just double it down. Okay, so give me a second, and I'll pull the energy for some closing messages. Oracle messages for Aquarius for February. Let's see. Messages for Aquarius. Whoa. Should I take those, guys? Should I take those? I feel like I gotta take these. These is usually too much, but the way that it came out. Okay. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Yeah, so the first card that you have is remain positive. As you build this out, guys, as you take this leap, you're gonna have to remain positive and have faith. I kept getting that, you know, faith in your vision. Okay, but the two cards that I think here is maybe not what you want to see. A year from now and not the right time. So I think for you guys, it's not so much saying don't take this risk yet. It's just more so saying, like, for you to get any sort of tangible evidence, proof that your risk is going to pay off. It's what I sensed from the beginning. It needs time to take off. So you're going to have to put in a whole lot of work without anyone knowing that you're making progress besides you. No one will know it besides you, but that's even more sweet when you get there in the end. It's even more sweet. Like, I'll just be honest, like, before I started here on YouTube or making TikToks or like making my spiritual business, like really get to a point where I would call it successful, like so many people like would just doubt me because I had no success for like after like 5 years of doing something. you know, but when you get the success, when no one believes in you, it's kind of even more sweet. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm going to conclude this reading, Aquarius. So I hope this helps you. Hope it gives you clarity and insight for February. But if you guys want to get more information on your situation, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You can find all the information on that in the description box of this video. It's always a pleasure to work one-on-one with you guys. So I look forward to talking to you guys there. But either way, I'll talk to you guys next week in your next reading. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.